Brownies only. Today's video is going to be me doing a full face of kind of best of 2017, although I'm kind of late, slash just a like full face of Holy Grail products. I just wanted to share my current favorites with you, and I think just putting them on my face is kind of a fun way of doing it. And for some of these categories, it was kind of hard to choose only one, so I will be mentioning a few other ones that are favorites that were the best, the ones that I've been using in the last year or so. So yeah, I hope you are ready for this video. Let's put on some makeup. So I'm gonna start by applying primer. I feel like primers, I go back and forth between like loving them and then just not using any. But the one I've been using the most ever since I tried it was this Urban Decay. This is the Hot Spring Hydrating Gel. Realistically speaking, it's mostly a moisturizer, but I really like using it under makeup. I do have oily skin, but it's pretty dehydrated, especially right now with the winter. And this works so well under makeup. It definitely moisturizes my skin, it helps with any dry patches, but it doesn't affect the consistency or overall the way my foundation goes on top. So definitely recommend it if you're looking for a great lightweight moisturizer to wear under your makeup. I've like used this, I don't know for how long, but hopefully you can kind of see it. I've used probably like a third of this plus within the last couple of months. So foundation, this is not going to be surprising whatsoever because I have been raving, and I mean like raving about this foundation. This is the Lancome Teint Idole foundation, and I feel like this is so underrated. Nobody talks about it. Nobody even wants to try it. Every time I try to like sell it to people, I'm like, try it, try it. Everyone is like, meh. I don't know if it's because it doesn't look super exciting, but best foundation ever. I'm gonna have to mix my 220C with my 110C just because technically I'm like literally the lightest color right now, but my concealer is too dark for me if I use this, so I have to do this and blend it down my neck for today. I'm planning on getting a lighter shade for my concealer, so that won't be a problem soon, but for now I have to. And I'm going to be applying it with a beauty blender because that's just how I like to apply my foundation. Look at the coverage. And it looks like skin. Like I could technically use a brush and cover like literally everything, but I like how it gives me like, I would say medium to full coverage, but it still looks so natural on the skin. It doesn't look cakey at all. It just looks flawless. I just can't deal. I literally finished one full foundation last year. I have the lighter shade. I have this one that I'm probably like halfway through, and I have a backup. And I'm usually not someone that is this crazy over foundations. So if I do this with this one, you know it's a good one. I did try it whenever my skin was dry, and I did like it. It was like so long lasting, just to make sure to moisturize your skin properly beforehand so it doesn't emphasize dry patches. But if you have a dry patch, it doesn't cling to it as much as so many of the foundations. So it worked back in the day, and it works even now with oily skin. I mean, it's a bit too dark, but it's not that bad. We're okay. So I zoomed you in so you can see the texture of my skin. You can still see a little bit of the redness peeking through, but it's so not bad considering that I used a beauty blender in a thin layer. But my skin still looks like skin. That's what I love about it. It's just mind-blowing to me. Anyway, the next product is something that's going to be in every single person best of 2017 if they've tried it, because it's unfortunately magic. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the shade Light. I'm planning on going and getting the fair one very soon because it's too dark for me right now, but it's magic. You don't need to use much. It is super full coverage. If you have super dehydrated under eyes, it might be a little too drying for you. I don't tend to use it every single day because of that, because it's like winter here and it's like -40 and my skin is dying outside. But if I want like flawless full coverage, this is absolutely amazing. Face concealer is something I don't really need to use much after using this, but wherever I feel like there's still a bit of redness and I want like extra coverage, I rarely use anything else than the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. It's waterproof, it covers really well, it doesn't cling to dry patches, it stays all day. It's again a product I just couldn't live without. So I have had this too for a shameful amount of time, and it's still so full. Like I've used this pretty much on a daily basis, and I could still use this for the next 20 years if it wasn't going to go bad. But it still lasted me, like even now it hasn't gone bad. Texture hasn't changed, smell hasn't changed. So if you keep it in a cool dry environment, you're good, but this is just so good. I remember before having this, some days like you go to bathroom in school and you realize, well, my concealer is not on my pimple anymore. Or actually at one point I even tried a concealer and when I went back to the bathroom later during the day, it had oxidized. You're literally walking around with like an orange pimple. Never had been an issue with this, so definitely recommend it. It's great. Powder, I've literally used this powder so much and it's like the one product you can really tell because I literally have this tiny amount left of this Cover FX matte setting powder. It's amazing. I love it. I'm trying to actually finish it because I have so many powders and I just want to feel like, oh my god, for the first time in my life, I finish a loose setting powder. I feel like that's like a lifetime achievement. I don't feel like people mention this a lot, but it's a really great matte setting powder. It helps my skin not being too oily. They do have, I think it's the perfect setting powder or something if you have dry skin, but I love it. I would totally repurchase it, but really, I don't think I'm allowed to buy another one for the next couple of years until I finish all the ones that I have. Oh, by the way, to apply it, I'm using the Too Faced Mr. Right powder brush. Well, just brush. You can use it for so many different things. I love it. And to set my under eyes, I'm going to use the Sigma F64. Just because it's smaller. I'm realizing I made a mistake. I really should have started with my eyeshadow. It's okay. We'll finish the face, finish the eye at the end. Cry a little bit. It's okay. Let's do my eyes now and I'll just put a ton of powder on my face. To do my brows, surprise, surprise, Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'm going to use the color Granite. I feel like I go back and forth between Granite and Medium Brown. They're both great. I love them. I finished, I don't even know how many of this. It's great. I mean, at this point, everyone knows, right? For my eyes, I have been loving, slash, I think everyone on the planet has been loving and using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, which I never thought I would love really dark red, pink eyeshadows or even something this warm, but I do, and I have been wearing this a ton, and I mean there's a reason it's been sold out for so long, so this is definitely my favorite palette of last year for sure. I'm not sure I would say of all time because there's so many palettes coming out all the time, but currently this is definitely one of my favorite palettes for sure.
The colors blend out really nicely, but I make sure to still just build it up slowly and then blend, add more color and blend some more. It's super versatile and you can do so many different looks with it. Today I'm just doing half cut crease using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer that I mentioned earlier. It's super simple to do and I like the way it looks. So whenever I apply the light shimmery shade, it's going to really pop on top. And then last but not least, I'll just blend out the colors together and then just make sure I use the same colors on the bottom lashes.
I almost don't want to put any eyeliner, but at the same time I really want to talk about this one, so we're gonna do it. And it is the Clinique. This is the Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen, and this is so underrated. Nobody talks about it, but I really like it. Last year I tried to finish so many eyeliners because I was hoarding them and I was just never testing new ones, which is one of my goals this year, to test a bunch because I keep using the same ones. But I couldn't not repurchase this one. It's great. I like it. It's very easy to use. It's super dark. It's black. It's matte. And I just can't be without this. Clearly, again, repurchase this. I don't know why nobody else loves this. It's fantastic. It has a brush tip and it doesn't disappear on me. I feel like too many brush tips tend to do that, like the Physician Formula one. I don't know why. It always disappears on me. Same thing as the Kat Von D one, but not this one. It's great. I mean, it's in this video, right? Eyelashes, I feel like I should probably pick the Ardell Demi Wispies just because those are just fantastic eyelashes. If you want something that is natural, definitely recommend them. But I feel like this eye look would need something a little bit more dramatic, so I'm going to be using the House of Lashes Iconic Mini. They work much better for me than the traditional Iconic. I feel like those ones are so dramatic and so huge on my eyes. Makes my eyes look tiny. Mascara, which you're not going to be really able to tell on this look since I'm wearing falsies, but I will be including a clip of me wearing it because it was in my summer favorites, I believe, and it's also going to be in my winter favorites, so you're going to definitely see it again and again and again. And it is the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. This mascara is amazing. I know a few people have been mentioning it. It has natural bristle, which usually I prefer plastic ones, so surprise there for me, but it gives me so much volume, some length, some curl, and I just like to sometimes go back with something a little bit more separating to help it be a little bit more defined, but amazing mascara, cannot be without this, love it. Let's go with the cheek products, which I feel like this is where I have the hardest time choosing only one product, so I will be mentioning a few just because, I mean, who doesn't want more suggestions of great products? So my number 2, I guess, would have to be this one. This is the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. I feel like everyone has been mentioning this. Everyone has been putting this in their best of last year. It's a really great matte bronzer. It doesn't have a scent to it. Not everyone's going to be a fan of it. It's kind of like beach sunscreen, coconut, I guess, something like that. I do really like it. It's great. I've been using it a ton. But if I had to choose like one holy grail, it would have to be the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer because I've used this so much and it doesn't look like it, although if you look at it closely there is quite a dent in it, and I feel like you can start seeing like the shape of the pan in it. Anyway, if you have light skin, I do recommend this. It's great. I just can't deal. I've been using this for so long and I haven't hit pan on it yet, although again I feel like it's gonna happen soon. I'm applying it, by the way, with the Firma 102. It's gonna be like a small dome brush. It's really great to kind of do in between contour and bronzer. I don't really contour, but this does a great job. Blush, it's also super hard to only choose one. So I do want to give a shout out to the Benefit Rockateur, which I feel like everyone used to mention, but not so much lately. I've been using this a ton in the last couple of months, but I think the one I've loved the most this year would have to be this one. Also matches the look, that kind of helps. This is the MAC blush in Blushbaby. I feel like people don't mention MAC blushes as much as before, but I still think they're really great. They have discontinued so many of my favorite like boring looking blushes, which are just the best, so I love this one. It is a sheer tone blush and it is matte, so you have to like build it up to get it to look intense, but I kind of like that because whenever I'm a little bit more fair or in a rush in the morning, I don't want to have to be careful with my blush to not look like a clown, and this is super easy to blend and look natural. Same thing for highlighters, choosing one, so difficult, but I have to give it to the Essence Pure Nude highlighter because this is absolutely amazing too. I tried this kind of recently, was it last year or the year before? And I have been using this so much since. It's such a natural highlighter, it definitely gives you that glow from within. Although I have been enjoying a few more intense highlighter, I think this one needs to be mentioned. It's so affordable too, and everyone that likes to have that glow from within definitely needs to pick this up. I only wish they had more colors. I believe this is their only color, and it can be a little bit, although they do say 01 be my highlight, so maybe there's a number 2. I don't know, I need to check that out, but number 1 is a bit too dark for me during the winter, so I wish they had like a lighter shade, and hopefully they have a few darker shades because this is great and it's so affordable. Last but not least, lips, and I feel like I should give it to the Maybelline liquid lipsticks because they're so great. One of these two colors, either the orangey one, this is Heron, or Pioneer, which is the like classic red. They're so good, but I need kind of a nude lipstick to go with this look, so I'm not going to use these, and the new lipsticks just came out like very recently, so I can't name those as my favorite for 2017. So I think I'm going to give it to Essence, which I've used 3 different Essence products so far. That's pretty crazy. Actually, I totally forgot to apply the 3rd one. I knew I had forgotten something. For my brows, I'm super late, but I'm going to apply it. This is the Essence Make Me Brow. I love using this either on a daily basis, even if I don't have time to do my brows fully. This just gives them a few, like there's a few fibers in there, so it looks like I have more brows. It colors them a little bit, so it just keeps them in place at the same time. It's great. I'm a little ditzy today. So the actual 3rd product would have to be the Essence Matte 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 Lipstick in 02, and these are so good. And 02 is really close to MAC Faux, which is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks, so obviously I would like this. I do like the scent of these two. It's kind of a little bit fruity. It's not a like drying matte, it's a very comfortable one, and it's just such a gorgeous color. My only complaint is they have less than 10 shade. I think it's like 6 or something, but they need to bring out so many more shades, especially the nude colors, because I believe they only have 2 or 3 that are nudes, and obviously everyone deserves to find a perfect nude, and this is great. Love this color. This color would look good on so many different skin tone and people in general, so would recommend. But yeah, I've been wearing this a lot. And actually every single time I wear it, I get questioned on what I'm wearing, so. And actually let me pair it with this lip liner, which I've been really enjoying lately. This is the MAC lip liner in Whirl, which I know everyone used to like 2-3 years ago, but I like it now. Just gonna make it a little bit more brown and it's gonna match my eye look a little bit better. I feel like I should rock this look instead. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed my full face of Holy Grail / best of 2017. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section what were your most favorite products that you either tried for the first time last year or just that are currently Holy Grail for you. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and not miss any future videos. I will be putting on the screen some other videos that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.